Okay, so it turns out that I'm going to have to do this. Just like before, like I'm talking to myself. And I'm going to try to be as concise as possible. No internet, just straight facts. Stick to the script. My only intention here is to recap everything. I have not completed what I wanted to complete in terms of providing as much detail and information about the story as is possible. I do have, I think, 10 to 12 more videos to upload to my YouTube channel that have been recorded and saved from Facebook live streams. If anyone in the future has the ability or the willingness to take a forensic approach to this and get to the details, understand the facts, then they will have at least a basic framework if I'm able to complete that. Well, regardless, there are plenty of reasons. There are plenty of reasons to always pursue the truth. However, to get to the bottom of this mess, hopefully it'll be retained. Hopefully. I don't know. The reason I can't use the internet is because the computer that I'm using has been compromised and is still being fucked with. Right now, as I sit here with distractors intentionally just fucking around. There's a guy about 20 feet to my left who clearly up to something. Always has been. If I had the wherewithal in the wild, I would just unload in his fucking face. I hate secrecy. I hate secretive, conniving, maniacal, sneaky, deceptive fucking little bitch nigger cunts. I just don't understand it, and I don't think it's not understand. I think the reason that I hate it is that it is not understandable. It's pure, hideous evil and chaos, and that is the nature of chaos and evil. Is darkness and misunderstanding. What in God's name is happening? I gotta check on something. Hold on. Now, why would that happen? Is that kind of an auto-save situation? Fucking what? I don't know, man. If I have to break this up into multiple videos, I will. But I'm going to proceed as though I am still recording. I hate the fucking shit, dude. I hate Satan. Satan's the faggot. I don't care how many technologies Satan destroys. I am going to always hate. Forever. It's a battle between spirit and matter is really what this is. And it is the fact that spirit is the animating, it gives rise to matter. It is the substrate of all things. And there's actually, if you really dig yourself deep into it, get your toes in the cool soil, there's not a lot of mystery. There's plenty of mystery for exciting reasons, for creative reasons, but there's no mystery in terms of the ultimate constituent nature of matter on the fundamental subatomic level. It is energy, spirit. Spirit moves through all things. Satan and all of Satan's minions, all the tentacles of the Leviathan, are material, who have no desire for connecting with the higher source. That's it. So, to recap, my situation, I'm going with my whole, and to abridge someone's life into a list like this, pretty fucking challenging. But because the circumstances here, the circumstances that I'm facing, I don't know. I just don't. I have no idea when I'm going to even be able to ever do this again. So this is good night on. I got off the bus today and there were 5 people waiting for me. I hesitated, so the people involved, you can't. I'm just gonna keep going. There's a lot of weird shit that happened today, but a lot of fucking weird, intense shit happened today, and I'm not even gonna get into it, but I don't know. I have zero certainty that I'm even gonna fucking be around for another week. I have no fucking idea how this shit is so fucking intense, and I'm so fucking over it. I got off the bus today. There were 2 people on the bus who I know are gang stalkers, who were able to signal that I mentioned Adam, I mentioned Joel. These niggers are never, ever, 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 ever at the bus stop waiting to go east, where the only stop headed east from the stop where everybody has to get off is the end of the line. So they were waiting at the eastbound bus stop, where the next stop after that is the end of the line, and the bus turns right around and comes back. And I looked at the window. I looked through the window and I saw everybody waiting at the bus stop. And I was like, interesting. So I stood and waited to see what they did. And they, pretending to fumble around with their fucking bus passes and shit, were waiting to see if I got off or if I was going to stay on after seeing them. Okay? I decided to do a double back. I stayed on the bus as though I was going to, waited for them to quit pretending, to get on the bus to go to the last stop eastbound and then turn right around and come back. Adam and fucking nigger faggot fuck. And then I asked, as soon as they came on and fucking, I said, hey, let me off. So they were stuck on a fucking pointless bus trip. And I don't, same shit yesterday. The fucking staff here is involved. Like, it's all, it's, I don't fucking, I fucking don't, man. But here's a recap of my entire life. Abridged. And I'm going to go as fast as I can. Okay. I'm at 11 minutes here. I was born. This is the name on my birth certificate. This is the date on my birth certificate. Funny enough, if you want more indications of synchronicity and strange weirdness, this is the date that this machine that I'm on was manufactured. I shit you not. I have to go into the BIOS and change the date every single time now that this computer's broken and has no reserve battery supply or power supply. I have to reset the BIOS every time I turn it on. And every time, that's the date. Not kidding. I wish I could show you, but I am. I am very resourced and energy deprived. I should have said. Until I was 4 to 5 years old. I remember living after we left the KC area. I was born in Lee Summit, what is now Lee Summit, Truman Medical Center it used to be Truman East, but now it's something. And, my mother left my father, most likely under the same reasons that women, given their wiles. I mean, that's the biggest fucking kick in the nuts, is realizing, oh my God. Like, I'm being super dramatic about it because it is a fucking dramatic thing. It is really super fucked up that our society has normalized removing fathers from their children's lives. It is so fucked up, man, that it sounds like I'm just being a hyper drama queen. And the fact of the matter is that I just came into this world raw, like a beam of light, using spiritual echolocation to find my way. In Perryton, Texas, we my mother was, an alcoholic our whole life, and I, being the only boy out of 4 children, spent all my time outside, most of my time outside. So my 3 sisters were exposed to being raised by the tube more than I was, which probably tells you a lot about our development, about why we're so different. Besides sex, besides the fact that I'm a boy and they are girls, the impact that spending all my time outside in the wild, literally. I mean, I guess my older sister, at one point, we almost got, I don't even know. Like, she doesn't talk to me. She doesn't have real, honest adult conversations with me. But I do remember being lured into a pedophile's trailer. Both of us. And I don't know, it was our bus driver. I drove from Perryton, Texas, around the time. That's alright. Around the time of one of the Cowboys' first Super Bowl, I remember the Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, all that stuff. Just probably first, second, third, first grade, I think, for me, so second, third grade for my older sister. I'm going to pee myself when all this noise goes away. It's gonna be fucking glorious. Heavenly Father, our Father who art in heaven, holy butt. Okay. Hold on, I have to check something. Goshly. Can't believe it. No, let's get through it. So, yeah. wild childhood. I was also diagnosed. Type 1 diabetic in Perryton, Texas, Ochiltree County Hospital. I spent 2 weeks in ICU. Weird circumstances surrounding that. Looking back on my life, might have been a special, if we are, which, Jesus Christ, it seems like it might be the case. If humans are an experiment, which is funny, actually. Here's a theory. Here's a funny fucking theory. I think this is hilarious. What if? What if the Jews came here on the moon, caused the big flood, and so the moon is a spaceship that, I don't know, fucking got stranded or something, and they were just like, oh shit, well, what are we gonna do for the next 20,000 years until our fucking, rescue mission? For 20,000 years is how long it takes for a rescue mission, right? You're talking about like deep time, right? Across vast expanses of space. What if? Like, oh, the next rescue mission won't be for 20,000 years. You guys are going to have to suit up. And they were like, well, fuck. I guess we could toy with the local life. And then they decided to make monkey. They took some monkeys and started fucking with monkeys. And that's what we are. And so we're like Jewish experiments. Maybe. Who the fuck knows? But here's the thing. Being diagnosed via like the way that my diagnosis came about, and then the subsequent like the aspects of my life that make my situation unique as compared to what I regard as the bovine fucking retards in my family, my blood relatives. I don't try not to use the term family anymore because let's be honest, who the fuck takes a few $1,000s to have their fucking nephew or brother killed? Who the fuck cheerfully? So here's good news. Those of you who are so tortured by what I post on the fucking internet. Good news. You no longer have to be tortured by your own choice to go seek out what I post and watch it and read it. If not forever, then for now. Okay. So after, it was actually not very long after, I was diagnosed type 1 diabetic, age 10. It was 1996. Moved back. Fucked up situation. Abusive stepfather, fucking stayed in a battered women's shelter, and then I don't want to get into it, but we went to live with my uncle, my first uncle, in Lee Summit, Missouri. Cram-packed. 2 families cram-packed for about, I think, 3 or 4 months in a tiny tiny like 4-plex 3-bedroom, and we were all kids, going down, play by the creek, that type of shit. But it was intense. It was fucking intense. And then my mother and her then boyfriend never got married, so we regarded him as stepfather, stepdad, which is, another thing to just throw at somebody. Like, I've tried looking him up, actually. Ray Bain. I found a profile. I did find a profile on Facebook, but no luck, no go, no juice. But we all moved into Sugar Creek, Missouri, Arlington and Scarrett. There were kittens at one point that got covered, that fell in a fucking vat of used motor oil, and a car that caught on fire and sped down the hill and by itself. My older sister lost her virginity / was raped by an 18-year-old named Jamie. And then we were all coming of age. Smoked weed for the first time with the neighbor kid who ended up becoming my nephew's father 2 years later or something. And then summarily smoked weed with my fucking mom and her boyfriend. 11 years old. Went to Kansas City. This was at the time, around the time when Kansas City public schools lost their accreditation. This is huge news. I was in 4th grade at Wendell Phillips Elementary School. No, 5th. See, I can't remember the exact timeline. We moved to Lee Summit. I went to Lee Summit schools with my cousin Shannon, who I was living with. We were in the same grade. And then we moved to Sugar Creek, went to Kansas City schools. It would have had to have been 5th grade. Kansas City schools, Wendell Phillips Elementary, and then Foreign Language Academy in Westport. I ended up later living 2 blocks from that fucking middle school. So wild, man. To go back and revisit like how it all is all set up from a child's perspective to an adult's perspective. So, dug my toes in there. When you're coming of age, those are some of the most impressionable years. So that's when I got my taste in music, was between my first writing down REO Speedwagon's I Can't Fight This Feeling on a tape deck in Perryton, Texas, on a tape fucking boombox, pushing pause and blah blah blah, to Michael Ott blaring bass out of his fucking window on a speaker because he was super into fucking Bone Thugs. I still have Bone Thugs. What's it? I have it on my playlist right now. Bone Thugs in Harmony with Biggie. Notorious Thugs. Notorious Thugs. Just, nostalgia. It's an excellent song. Always will be. Tupac. Whatever. Okay. A lot of details, but I'm trying to fucking hurry the fuck up here. And then, Mom being dickmatized. They broke up. Ray, boyfriend, broke up. He moved for work. Most likely the reason. I don't even fucking know. Honestly. I think it had something to do with, he was working for, my uncle's. He got a job with, making cabinets and shit. That's right. And he found a place east of where he was working, east of Lee Summit, is Lone Jack, a cheap place and a fucking trailer park. So, he gets his own trailer in Lone Jack, and Mom lugs all 4 kids. No, the little ones, Jesse and Katie, had, while we were still in Sugar Creek, had moved. Their father had taken them back to Oklahoma, and that's where we parted ways. Sad. Our entire fucking life is a tragedy. And, I mean, on paper, it's a fucking tragedy. On paper, it's we are the fucking people who get, back in the day when there was a king, I'll go grab a peasant, and grab me a peasant for dessert. I want to have anal sex. Yeah. That's just how the world has fucking been. And it's usually the case that when there's a fucking, a carpenter from Galilee who's like, you motherfucking faggots. And by the way, Jesus did cuss. Like, you self-righteous fucking Christians who are like, oh wow, foul mouth motherfucker. No. All the things spoken in Aramaic or whatever, he cussed out the Pharisees. And that's only in the Bible. Like, that's only what was mentioned barely in the Bible. Not a whole lot of detail going on in the Bible with Jesus' life. I guarantee you that nigga was like, it wasn't all peace. It was flipping tables, going in the fucking temple and saying, you niggers. I guarantee you, it was a version of nigger or faggot. He was like, you fucking usurious fucking nigger kike faggots. Get your fucking money bathing parasitic bullshit out of the house of God now, you stupid kike fucking faggots. Your fucking materialist satanic bullshit out of my father's house. And he flipped over the fucking tables and fucking whipped motherfucking nigger ass motherfuckers, get the fuck out of here. I guarantee you it's no different than what I'm doing. You get mad, righteous indignation. Okay. Sorry. Lone Jack. Oh, speaking of kikes. So, Lone Jack is where... So, I was a white nigger. I became a white nigger. Also known as wigger, which was a word in, Eminem's fucking one of his most popular albums, one of his most popular singles. Wigger means white nigger. A common fucking, everybody said it. It isn't pious unless you believe in worshiping Satan. It is not pious to correct somebody for saying nigger or faggot or wigger. It is not pious unless you are keeping the consistency of piety. Do you know what piety is? Piousness. It's belief in doing the proper thing. If you're sitting around smoking a blunt, playing hours of fucking Xbox and jacking off to gay porn and go fucking your boyfriend in the ass, that's a bit calling the fucking kettle black, don't you think? That's a bit much of the pot calling the kettle nigger. Don't you think? If you're lying, cheating, and stealing, and murdering, and conspiring to commit murder, don't you find it a tad much to gang up on somebody who says a word that makes you feel a certain way? Maybe. Don't you think maybe your whole fucking worldview might be upside down completely? Entirely inside out? If that's how you approach the world? You beat your own children? You beat them out of anger because you don't know how to fucking talk to them? Why don't you know how to talk to your children? Probably because you're afraid of people saying words like nigger. You don't even understand fucking language. Sorry. When I moved to Lone Jack is when I met my first friend in Lone Jack was William Joseph Prettyman. I knew nobody. There were no people that I knew. He was a dude who was an interesting dude to talk to. In 7th grade is when I met him. We hung out with, and I guess tiny towns is where they farm fucking their fucking ponds, right, Willie? I don't fucking get it, dude. You fucking people, dude. The do re mi fa sol la ti do. This is where I met William Joseph Prettyman, and then I met Nathaniel Benson. Willie probably felt as though Buddy stole me away from him, which is, in retrospect, probably the case. I don't fucking know. We were kids. All I knew is that that's just what fucking happened. Everybody had their own version of cliques and little friends, and Willie was like, you know, football. Football. I rode my first dirt bike in his front yard. There was. I was the wigger though. I was draws. So 7th grade, I fucking sagging my pants, rapping. There ended up being another guy named Josh Torberg. Fucking weird dude. I don't know if he's still around, but how did he end up fucking my girlfriend? Anyway, long story short, Mom again breaks up with. Mom's a serial monogamist, which is a funny way of saying all women are whores. I'm kidding. Alcoholic, you know, they break up. She gets 2 or 3 different boyfriends who are like, one of them kicks Christy out of the house with a fucking toddler. 15-year-old with a toddler gets kicked out of a fucking trailer by someone with a mullet to go live on the fucking streets. This is the type of shit, dude. This is the type of shit. Fucked up shit. She goes to live in a meth house. I go to live in a meth house. There's meth everywhere. Just meth falling from the fucking sky, just like there is now. Fucking druggies, man. Okay. I'm sorry? Well, oh, hey, thank you.
Hey, do you have any more?
I can find you later. I have one left. Do you want me to find you later? I'll just bring it to you. Are you going to be outside?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Fuck yeah, man. There are angels on this earth. They will bring you nicotine. Okay. What was I going to say? Okay. White trash again. Mom goes on the fucking like a drunken drug bender. We don't know. We're kids. I'm 15 at this point, 2001. And my sister is, 17? With a baby. And my little sisters are down getting probably fucking raped by, their methed out fucking father. Just what the fuck? What kind of hell? And so it's easy. I think that like in retrospect, it actually does kind of make sense if you put it all together the way that I have, which is why I am a problem for these fucking people, because it's not typical for people to put shit to like what the fuck happened with this one? We usually just pick off the fucking foster kids because they're fucking shit from shit, and shit goes shit. Shit begets shit, and then somehow there's this fucking guy. And so I'm homeless, go to live in a fucking meth house. I find God on Easter morning. True story. 2002. Found God. Did a bunch of meth. And read the Bible. Not fucking kidding you. It was during an ice storm, or just after an ice storm. Everybody remembers the 2002 ice storm. It was in Kansas City. It was fucked up and trippy as shit if you were twacked out. Because, like, fucking a quarter-inch thick of solid ice covering everything. Trees splitting in half out of the fucking blue. No wind. Just fairy tale silence. Winter silence. And out of nowhere, a tree goes and fucking knocks out a power transformer. Sparks everywhere falling like snow. And you're tripping balls on fucking 7 days of no sleep. Okay. I had slept on prior to Good Friday. Like, I had actually planned it out. By the way, I'm diabetic, so I'm a hookup in terms of needles. It's a good reason to keep me around, right? I have needles to go stay with a pedophile. She's a pedophile. She always, me and Buddy, because we met her and Scott living in Lone Jack at the trailer park. And she, from day one, we were 12, 13, 14 years old. 13, 14 years old. And Scott, her son, would complain to her out loud, like, "Mom, stop trying to fuck my friends." Fucking weird shit. But she would always be like, "Hey," like, she had a really funny sense of humor about her. She's good. I don't fucking know what good even means at that age, but, like, I had a sense of confidence in her. As strange as that is, in the fact that she wanted to fuck me, and I think Buddy did fuck her. Oh, I let her later in 2002, before finding God, I let her give me fellatio. I just remembered that. What is it with me and people's moms, huh? This would have been okay. Anyway, I found God, and I'm like, me and my sister. I'm like, we gotta fucking go. We need help. And so, I mean, I don't remember her specific situation at that point. I do know that, like, she ended up living with a fucking tweaker, and me and Buddy would go over there and play Grand Theft Auto, and there's all this, like, back and forth stuff. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I don't remember her specific in 2002. I don't remember. I think she got... It was in that same time period that she went to live with one of my uncles. And I went... And then she had... Because she was older, she had situations that were up and down with one of my uncles. And it was literally like them as Christian folk trying to tame the wild out of her. In retrospect, like, she probably still has resentments about it, but, like, if, you know, an adult looking back on the situation would see it as this wild, feral child who did not get properly raised by anyone. Like, we are feral children raised by a mother who had think of one good thing that she taught you. There's nothing off the top of my head that I can think of that she taught as a principle. And it's because she came from a place. That came from a place. They came from a place. Generational trauma. Inflicted on at the behest probably of generational fucking predators. Anyway, I go to live with my uncle. And 2 years of that, of, fantasizing about fucking my cousin but never actually doing it. My friends fantasizing about fucking my cousin and me never really knowing for sure. Sorry, Casey. I know Buddy wanted to fuck her. And she wanted to fuck Buddy. Like, I know that was a fucking thing. Everybody wanted to fuck her. She's a fucking 14-year-old girl. A hot 14-year-old girl. I, being a good man, did not keep that in mind. I put it in my spank bank. And, but I wasn't having it, so I dropped out. I was going on high school. I had a 4.0 GPA. I was working on, becoming a fucking... I remember actually when I dropped out, I had two... Specifically. Good God. Specifically two. I guess it doesn't fucking matter, does it? I had specifically two. Sorry, I'm looking at my audio peaking and it's the fucking fuck. All around me. I guess I might have to do this in two parts. I have 47 minutes. Jesus Christ almighty. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a sign to do it in two parts. I had no idea what fucking time it was either. Okay. Coming back.